Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? Let me introduce myself. My name is Paruk Ating. Today I would like to share to you about the material. It's about online learning. In online learning, there are advantages and disadvantages. Next, in this slide, there are several titles of the articles that I've got. You can read it by yourself. Next is definition of online education. What is the online education definition? Online education encompasses a tremendous number of topics, subject areas, disciplines, and degree programs. In its broad terms, online education simply means acquiring knowledge through the use of instruction provided via the internet. And what does online education look like? The online class definition has changed over several years, and in terms of format, the online learning definition can take many forms. Some online educational programs are conducted exclusively through assigned lessons and assessment administered online. Others take the forms of remote lectures where students join the class via the cameras on their laptops, and the instructor teaches or lecture from his own computer. Other courses are a combination of the two, requiring students to do a fair amount of independent research. What can online education offer? Those who live far from a school or university setting but still wish to gain the knowledge and information taught in university courses can access these materials on the internet from the comfort and convenience of their own homes. This makes online study a valuable resource not simply for the individual but for the collective society, as everyone benefits from an informed and educated citizenry. What is distance learning? Distance learning, which is also classified as distant education, is the process of learning something remotely. This means that a student may be in one place with the teacher in another, and the coursework and assignments are disseminated over the internet. Distance learning can also refer to situations where students attend courses in person but do their reading, assignments, and assessment via computer. Distance learning is any kind of education that can take place regardless of the location of the student and teacher and is dependent only on access to the internet. Online education has become a popular channel for many students to pursue their degree. The facts show that most online students are successfully complete their degree program, but 40% of them fail it. Most of online students are pursuing their degree online because they are seeing many advantages of online education that can benefit them, but the 40% that fail it do not aware of the disadvantages of online education that cause their failure. In order to avoid you to become of one the statistic of failure in online education, you must first understand the pro and con of taking your degree online. Before you make up your decision to earn your degree through this online channel, here are the major advantages and disadvantages of online education that you must know. First, advantages and disadvantages of online education. The advantages of online education. Online education is able to provide you with a flexible learning environment from any location as long as you are offered with internet connection. In general, you can complete a degree online in shorter period of time if compared to the same courses offered in campus-based programs. The disadvantages of online education. The advantages of online education can become the disadvantages if you are not the right candidate for online education. The flexibility of planning your own schedule in online education could be the disadvantages for you if you are a type of person that can manage your time probably between your work, family, and study. If you are this kind of person, a pre-planned schedule may fit you well. Letting yourself to study at your own pace with your own schedule may causes you fail to complete your degree program. As most of online learning materials are in text format, if you are not comfortable with this format and prefer to listen to the lecture instead of reading it, then it will become the disadvantages. Next is online classes, advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages of online classes? It's convenient. We have all experienced it, being jolted awake from a peaceful sleep by blaring alarm clock, which means you have more time to focus on what you're actually learning, less time remembering if you brought a pair of socks for soccer practice. First, it works with your schedule. Let's say you want to take a crash course on how to study for the SAT, but you're in school from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. and then you have club meetings on Mondays and Wednesday at 4 p.m. and volleyball practice at 6 p.m. You are wondering, how am I going to fit a full in-person class into my already crowded schedule? Electronic courses work with your schedule in that you can take them on your time, whatever time that is. Next is online classes, advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages of online classes? It's convenient. We have all experienced it, being jolted awake from a peaceful sleep by a blaring alarm clock, which means you have more time to focus on what you are actually learning, less time remembering if you brought a pair of socks for soccer practice. And first, it works with your schedule. The second is instant result and feedback and up-to-date information. You save your money and your teacher can pay you more attention and you get to meet interesting people and you become more disciplined. Next, what are the disadvantages of online classes? You are the only person responsible for your own learning. With an online course, you are really the only responsible for getting everything done. And if you have a tendency to be distracted and procrastinate, you might miss some one of your deadlines. First is it requires more time, you are feel isolated, you have too much freedom, and not all online schools offer quality education. Next, advantages and disadvantages of online learning. What are the advantages of online learning? First, efficiency. Online learning offers teachers an efficient way to deliver lessons to students. Second, accessibility of time and place. Online learning offers students to accessibility of time and place in education. Third, affordability. Online education is far more affordable as compared to physical learning. This is because online learning eliminates the cost points of student transportation, student meals, and most importantly, real estate. Fourth, improve students' attendance. Since online classes can be taken from home or location of choice, there are fewer chances of students missing out on lessons. And last, suit a variety of learning style. Every student has a different journey and a different learning style. What are the disadvantages of online learning? First, inability to focus on screens. For many students, one of the biggest challenges of online learning is the struggle with focusing on the screen for long periods of time. The second is technology issues. The third is sense of isolation, and for teacher training. Online learning requires teachers to have a basic understanding of using digital forms of learning. And the last is manage screen time. Next, advantages and disadvantages of online learning. In this slide, there are 11 advantages of online learning. There are saves time, learns from anywhere on the globe, fosters convenience, reduce expenses, less tiring and less boring, and readily available learning materials, fast and easy sharing of resources, reaches a wider audience, supports flexible schedules, offers a variety of courses on one platform, and the last builds a learner's character. Next, in this slide is 6 disadvantages of online learning. They include internet connection problems, requires a good grasp of technology skills, lacks the warmth of face-to-face interaction, unsuitable for hands-on fields, stressful for those with weak character, possibility of distractions. Next, the advantages and disadvantages of online classes for higher education. The advantages of online learning. There are convenience, time flexibility, lower cost, more interaction, taking your dream course. Next, disadvantages of online learning. There are lack of community, self-discipline, and technical difficulties. The benefits and drawbacks of online learning. The benefits, they include: first, no boundaries, no restrictions. Second, more fun. Third, cost effective. And the drawbacks, there are First, concerns that arise with e-learning. Second, isolation. Third, health-related concerns. Next, advantages and disadvantages of distance learning. The advantages there are: first, you can pursue a job along with studies. Second, you can save your money. Third, you save your time. And fourth, you can learn at your own pace. And the last, you can study whenever, wherever you are. Next is disadvantages of distance learning. First, chances of distraction high. Second, hidden cost. Third, complicated technology. Fourth, quality of faculty compromised. 5, questionable credibility of degrees. 6, lost out on networking. 5 advantages and 5 disadvantages of e-learning. The advantages of e-learning, there are: first, save time and money. Second, better retention. Third, personalized learning. Fourth, cost effective. 5, environment friendly. Disadvantages of e-learning, there are: first, lack social interaction. Second, inaccessible to others. Third, cheating is unavoidable. Fourth, requires self-motivation and proper time management skills. And the last, focus more on theory. Advantages and disadvantages of e-learning technologies for students. E-learning advantages, there are: first, e-learning does help save costs. Second, e-learning does make the education more available. Third, e-learning does make students more mobile. Fourth, e-learning does make the whole learning process more entertaining. Next is e-learning disadvantages. There are: first, e-learning depends on technology a lot. Second, some find it hard to motivate and organize themselves. Third, some students might feel isolated. Fourth, the feedback might not be enough. Advantages and disadvantages of online learning. The advantages of online learning, there are: first is flexible. The second is affordable. The third is comfortable. The fourth is diverse. Disadvantages of online learning. First, lack of recognition. Second, procrastination. As many of online programs do not have set deadline for completion, learners can take as much time as they want. The last is little or no face-to-face. Learners usually have no face-to-face interaction with their tutors when they opt for online learning. Is there any questions? I think that's all from me. I'm sorry if I have some mistake. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.